Good morning, fam, and happy Friday to you. This is Dr. Tommy Pringle coming to you again with another work week, inspirational and encouraging weekly recap from this week. On Monday, we talked about success and how success lies in the eyes of the beholder. And if we're not careful, we will allow others that define success based off of anything that is desirable in the eyes of the world to define our success. But as Christian leaders, our success should be based off of what God desires. And on Tuesday, we talked about controlling our speech while extending grace to others, and how it is always wiser and safer to allow our speech or what comes out of our mouths to be gracious and seasoned with salt, so that it has a positive influence on the receiving end. And on Wednesday, we talked about what comes out of our mouth, and how sometimes we're unaware of just how much power we have in the tongue. And if a person is always receiving encouragement and positive comments from you, they're more than likely going to open up to you that much more, which helps develop a positive relationship. And on Thursday, we talked about guarding the gates of your tongue, that pink tornado, and how the one that guards the outside is the one that controls what comes from the inside to the outside. And with God being the gatekeeper that keeps watch over your lips to help control what comes out of your mouth, He will make sure that it is in alignment with what His will is. We also reference Proverbs in chapter 18 and verse 21, which tells us that the tongue has the power of life and death. From a standpoint of a person that may have been carrying themselves as if they were dead to the world and had no meaning, had no purpose, didn't believe in themselves, but felt that they had no value, felt useless, but was suddenly awakened by the words of encouragement and the words of life that was spoken into them as a seed that was planted in the soil that grew because of the words of life that were imparted into them by somebody else. And death from a standpoint of a person that was vibrant, that had life, that had purpose, that lived for it, but was torn down by the words of another person and allowed it to eat away at their spirit to the core, to the point where they allowed it to spread like a disease that took the life right out of them. The words that we speak and use have more power than we realize. So I pray that you speak carefully and that you speak with grace. Allow that to resonate in your spirit over the weekend as the Lord continues to shape and mold you into the Christian leader that He called you to be. I love you with the love of the Lord. Be blessed this week.